Okay, I told you I would give you a video on the first phase of the shoe drawing. All right, so I chose a shoe that is kind of like the one that you chose. It's a running shoe, okay? And what I usually do is I try to assign a shape, a basic shape to what I'm drawing if it's going to be what I think is complicated. And I think that this looks like a triangle with a short side, a long side, and another long side. And then there would be a point right here, okay? So what I'm going to do is on my paper, I'm going to draw a triangle, just like that. And I think I will round that right now, knowing that it's the toe of my shoe. I'm drawing light lines so that I can erase them later if I want to. Because the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to notice that the bottom of my shoe is actually curved upward. And I'm going to do that now. So I'm going to curve, actually the back is curved up slightly, and so is the top. Okay? Now I'm going to move the toe of my shoe up like that. I notice that this is sort of coming down into the triangle, and then this is going back out. So I'm going to go like this and go like this for now. I notice that the end, the back end of my shoe, is going in a little bit and then straight up again. Okay? And then there's like a little loop to grab onto. Now notice I'm staying on the outside of my shoe first. And it may or may not be that accurate. I can always change this stuff later, but I'm sort of making a map so I can make my life easier. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is make that little switch thing there, that little line that goes like this. Okay, and again, it's probably a little bit deeper like that. I'm making a map. Okay, so now my basic outline is there. I'm going to go over a little darker so you might be able to see it better. And I'm going to add some inner details, some inside details, okay? Now I'm going to look for my next easiest line to draw, and that to me is this line here. The line that separates the shoe from the sole of the shoe, okay? So I'm going to do that next. Always look for your next easiest line to draw. That'll help you organize things. And then you can add all the other details later, and then before you know it, you'll be done. These are my next easier lines here. Okay. And remember, these may not be completely accurate right now, but I'm making a map, and I can make all my changes later. I'm also going to add these little details here. Okay, there's a detail like that underneath each one of these double lines. Whoops. All these little details that are easy lines to draw are really going to add to the drawing later. There's also one of those in between each one. Okay, now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 areas where the laces come out. Okay, and actually before I do that, I'll draw this line here, which is another easy line to draw, and it sort of contains the shoelace eye holes, if you will. Now, so I've drawn these shoelace eye holes. Each of the shoelaces need to look like they're coming out of that eye hole and going sort of across the shoe but away from the viewer. Do you see that? That's all we're looking at right now. Simplify by not looking at all the crazy laces. So I'm going to make them look like they're a little bit fatter as they go away from the lace hole, because the lace hole squeezes them together a bit. Now, another way to make it look like it goes over the shoe is to kind of go like that. But right now, and then this one here, I'm going to act like it's coming down like that. Okay? At this point, what you want to do is add the other inner details of your shoe. My shoe has a design that looks like this. Okay, so I would kind of go. And then I might make it a little nicer. And then I draw the next one, okay? And then I would probably add this little loop here. But I do have some stitching that's here first, and I also have some stitching that's here. So you would go on to add the other details of your shoe, okay? Hopefully that helps.